Fear grief judges as NJC panels wind up hearing on 55 petition. And now to the news info. Indications emerged during the week that the National Judicial Council (NJC), headed by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Olatokunbo Kekere-Ekun, is set to hold a crucial meeting anytime soon to consider, among others, reports of the several committees that investigated allegations of misconduct against several serving judicial officers in the country. The meeting, which is the first quarterly meeting of the Council to be chaired by Justice Kekere-Ekun and the last for the year, barring any unforeseen events, has sparked palpable tension in the judiciary following a recent vow by the new Chief Justice that errant judicial officers will no longer be spared. NJC is a creation of Section 153 of 1999 Constitution with statutory powers to appoint, promote, and sanction errant judicial officers in the country. A credible source close to the Council told Vanguard that the date for the meeting will be fixed soon, as the Chief Justice, who is at present on an official assignment outside the country, is back. It was also learned that the number one judicial officer in the country is not comfortable with the present perception of the third arm of government, and that she is prepared to restore sanity in the system in no time. We hope so. I can tell you that the Chief Justice is eagerly awaiting the reports of the various panels earlier constituted to probe sundry allegations of misconduct against the judicial officers to enable her act decisively on them, the source said. It will be recalled that between May and August 2024, a total of 22 petitions were written against 27 serving judges of both the federal and state high courts in the country, while the NJC referred all the complaints to one of its standing committees, Preliminary Complaint Assessment Committee, for consideration. The committee had examined each of the petitions and threw out a majority 18 on the accounts that they were either lacking in merit, abandoned by the petitioners, or found to be sub judice, since some of the issues raised therein were still subject to litigation either at the High Court or the Appellate Court. This is aside a separate 8 panels earlier set up by the same NJC in June 2024 to investigate another set of judges for alleged judicial misconduct. Specifically, the Council's Preliminary Complaint Assessment Committee had examined 35 different petitions written against 33 judicial officers from both the Court of Appeal and the State High Court, but found only 8 to be meritorious. Apart from the previous 8 panels set up by the NJC in June 2024 to probe judges, another 4 panels were also set up by the NJC on August 15, 2024 to investigate judges against whom prima facie case had been established. By implication, there are 12 surviving petitions from 55 petitions affecting several judicial officers across the country being investigated by various standing committees of the NJC. Each standing panel, it was learnt, comprised a chairman and 2 other members of the council. It was also learnt that each of the 12 panels had separately forwarded copies of the petition to the affected individual judges that to defend themselves both in writing and orally. A source privy to the procedure at the NJC told Vanguard that the affected judges were allowed to be represented by counsel of their choice. Although all panels were given till penultimate Thursday, October 31, 2024, to wind up their sittings, some of the affected judges, including the Chief Judge of the High Court, had requested for more time to adequately defend the petitions against them, since the names of some of them featured in more than one petition. Can you imagine? But the committees, which were forced to give them additional 24 hours, had reportedly told them that they did not have eternity to hear their petitions and should forward their responses if they had any. As soon as the Chief Justice is back in the country, the last quarterly meeting of the NJC will be fixed for the report of different panels investigating the affected judges to be taken. I think cases will be differently handled this time, and I think this new CJN will recalibrate in no time the perception of the judiciary and its legitimacy, the source added. Ahead of the consideration of the reports, top lawyers in the country have been piling pressures on the National Judicial Council (NJC) regarding the latest crisis that erupted in Rivers State in the last few days, arising from conflicting orders by 2 High Court judges to coordinate jurisdiction on whether or not local council election in the state should hold on October 5, 2024. Some of the stakeholders pushing the position are respected members of the inner bar. Among them are former members of Imo State House of Assembly, Chief Mike Kahamba, SAN, one-time Abia State Attorney General, and Commissioner for Justice Professor Awa Kalu, SAN, renowned academic Professor Chidi Ansen, Odikalu and respected Silk Chief Samuel Jibrin Okutepa San. The lawyer who described the current practice of serving judges in the country to struggle for jurisdiction in political cases as embarrassing said that until examples are made, the integrity of the judiciary will continually wane, putting the nation's fledgling democracy at risk. Saturday Vanguard reports that sometimes in May this year, under the watch of the immediate past Chief Justice Olukayode Ariwola, 3 judges of coordinate jurisdiction, Justice Mohammed Liman, Justice S. Amobeda, and Justice Amina Aliyu, in quick succession similarly granted conflicting orders in Kano emirship disputes, which not only heated up the polity and scandalized the judiciary, but also left the Kano Emirate with 2 substantive emir till date. Both Justice Mohammed Liman and Justice S. Amobeda are serving under the Federal High Court bench, while Justice Amina Aliyu is of the Kano State Judiciary. Although Chief Justice Ariwola invited the head of the Federal High Court and the Kano State High Court to his Abuja office to get first-hand information on the circumstances surrounding the issuance of the embarrassing conflicting orders, Vanguard reports that none of the 3 judges handed off the cases until judgment, while none was sanctioned. But upon her assumption of office, the new CJN said it would not be business as usual. However, a few days after her elevation, 2 judges, Justice Peter Lifu of the Federal High Court Abuja and Justice Chigozie Igwe of the Rivers State High Court Port Harcourt, issued conflicting orders regarding local council elections that recently held in Rivers State. The conflicting orders has set the state on fire. A respected member of the Inner Bar, Chief Michael Hambasan, has also expressed revulsion of the harbored practice of judges granting conflicting orders to heat up the polity and scandalize the judiciary. Those who are supporting the Federal High Court in this affair should let us know under what section of the Constitution a Federal High Court has jurisdiction on matters outside the purview of Section 251 of the Constitution, adding that the Federal High Court, in the first place, ought not to hear such matters. He said the National Judicial Council should not wait for petition when this kind of thing happens, advising that they should make reference to the law, call the errant judge to order and punish him. He added that until 1 or 2 judicial officers are retired, others will not sit up. Yes, so others will not sit up. So until they start calling them to order and making sure that they are doing the right thing and not judging because somebody said you should judge in the way they want, because somebody paid you money, or because somebody is building house for you or bought a car for you, until somebody is punished. So other judges will sit tight and know exactly what they are doing, because they have been doing a lot of atrocities. They have been causing a lot of atrocities, especially in Rivers State, ruling in favor of Wike against Fubara. And you say you know the Constitution, you say you know the law, but you are not doing the right thing. So one of them needs to be punished. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.